Hi, this is a Yesterday's Moose production, and we're still here with Kingsley's Adventure for PlayStation 1. Look what the beer monks gave me, True Knight boots, and this amazing crossbow. You're beginning to shape up now. Kingsley, bad news! Cornflower, the master wizard of Fruit Kingdom, has had his magic robe stolen. Evil is at work again. You must go to Aphasia and help him. He'll be waiting for you. No problem. I'm beginning to enjoy my apprenticeship. Oh, Kingsley, you're so brave. Go to Aphasia, through the foxhole, in Carrot Castle grounds! Yes, so I'm back. Where have I been? Well, long story short, depression is a heck of a thing. I suffered from a long bout of very, very low motivation, and also I was fearful of how troublesome this upcoming level would be. And it did give me a lot of trouble. It took me several rounds of a lot of pain and suffering to get through. So I decided to break it up into 2 parts because it was about 50 minutes long. So I figured, yeah, I'll have 2 parts rather than having a 50-minute long video. So that basically means that the next video will come out sooner rather than later. I remember you. You used to live in Carrot Castle when I was very small. I did? Oh, there. I thought that was a motel. Nowadays I live in Aphasia. It's a nice place. Somewhere around here, I think. You mean you don't know where you live? Are you lost? No, I'm not lost. I'm quest to reclaim my magic robe. Without it, I am too weak to take on Bad Custard and his evil friends. When did you last see it? I'm fairly sure I saw the thief run into the castle ruins over there, but there were some of Reggie's guards hanging around, so I didn't go in. Don't worry, Cornflower. Leave everything to me! Good, I'll be waiting in my house. I know it's around here somewhere. Looks like a big book. Now, where is it? Yeah, so to me, this area doesn't really look that interesting or like a fun place to live at all. There's nothing around except for the ruins, and eventually, right now I'm just looking around to see if there's an extra area that I'll need to go to, like another boss that I need to fight, and I don't think there is. So here's the big book. And there's nothing much in here except for this treasure chest. A heart. So you might notice during this recording that my weapons change, or at least what weapon I have equipped, and that's because I recorded this a few times to get through the entire level, because it's really long and there's a lack of health and there's a lot of spots where you will lose life and stuff like that. I'll point them out as they come up. So this guy, it's a lot easier just to get him in front of that thing and get him pushed off the edge rather than actually fighting him. So that guy will always give a heart, which is good. I don't know if the axe is good to have here. I think the sword might be better for slightly longer range attack. I'm not sure which is more powerful. I tried to look it up online, but I couldn't find any definitive answer. Just that you do get the sword later on, so I'm guessing that might make it more powerful. I will eventually equip it. So that guy will always give you a key, and it's a good idea to open all the chests and collect all the coins because you need as many lives as possible. So this part here might look a little easy, but it's a lot of platforming, and it can be really dangerous because those saws can hit you and interrupt your jump and make you fall. And because of your jump height, you're just high enough to trigger the fall damage, which will kill you instantly. And basically, if you lose a life at this point, it's better just to restart the level and start again from the beginning. And I did that so many times, it's ridiculous. Also, there's no way to avoid dropping down and losing at least a little bit of health, which I think is not really a good level design at all. There should have been some way to get down without losing any health. So the best way to get through this part is to strafe back and forth and go through first person. You also want to keep moving so that those guys don't hit you like they're hitting me right now. You'll find there's a lot of enemies that are shooting projectiles at you. They're all shooting arrows. So it's also a good idea if you don't have enough arrows to just use them all up and collect that arrow right there to give you maximum arrows, because there's otherwise no way to top up how many arrows you have. Which of course I'm not doing right now because I'm silly. Actually, I just forgot. And yet again, I'm equipping the axe for no particular reason. I think because I had it equipped when I started this level, I thought that it was the most powerful weapon. So if you kick the scorpions into the green stuff, they will immediately be defeated. By the way, yeah, that green stuff will cause you to lose health. And there's just so much of it on this level. It's crazy. I can't believe that they thought this was a good idea. And the biggest problems with this level is lack of checkpoints. The checkpoint placement is insane. I will point it out more once we actually encounter a checkpoint. So far we haven't. Also, the placement of where the arrows are. It's silly. There's areas where there should be arrows and there aren't. And if you don't collect them at that point, then you have to like backtrack in order to top up your arrows. Oh, run away, run away. So on one side of this room are the targets that you have to hit, and on the complete opposite side of the room are the arrows that you need to collect. I'm editing out me collecting the arrows because it just takes so long. But as you can see, it's difficult to hit the targets because of those moving saws. And here we have a pointless switch in the middle of green sludge. There's absolutely no point for that switch to be there. I think they just knew that precision jumping was a problem, so they made you do it a lot. For example, this section. It is so easy to fall into the green sludge, and they have all these saws, and if you fall into the sludge too many times, you'll die. If you get hit by the saws, you'll get hurt. And then you have to start all over again at the beginning of the screen. And everything gets reset. So even if you do really, really well, you have to do it all over again. I kinda don't want all my commentary to be complaining, but it's really hard to not. So best thing to do here is just to hit all the targets whether or not you can see them, because you're right by arrows. By the way, when you turn around, the right and left controls are reversed for no particular reason. I don't know why that happens at that exact point, but it's there. It just to confuse you. I don't think I'm gonna make these jumps in time because those are timed switches. Because of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? We all loved timed switches when precision jumping and running are a problem. See, I missed it. Because I didn't run and jump fast enough. So at least this section, oh, I spoke too soon. I was gonna say this section is a little bit easier, but there's something that's a problem. So, okay, we have to hit a bunch of switches and eventually get a key to open that door. Be very, very careful here not to jump in the green sludge. Notice the edit because these are all timed switches and you have to jump on them very, very quickly in a very exacting manner. Otherwise, you will run out of time. I wonder if anyone ever went to the trouble of making it so that you could play this game with analog controls. Maybe someone did it in an emulator or something, because I'm pretty confident that you can't do it with the original PS1 game. So right now I have to get the key from the bat. Also, good idea to top up the arrows before leaving. I just used up all the arrows. I'm going to need arrows. Alright, I went back and got arrows. Now it's time to hit this target. Finally got the key. Here's another section where it's nearly impossible to avoid losing health. Reason is because once you get this key, you have to drop down to hit that switch over there. But dropping down will cause you to lose a little bit of health. And not only did I fall and lose a little bit of health, see, I died because I fell down. It's impossible not to lose health. But now I have the key, so I can just go directly to the door. I don't have to do all of that over again. So once again, we have an area where you hit some switches and then have to do some highly problematic platforming. So, never mind. I was going to say it's a good idea just to stay near that arrow, because you can actually shoot the target from the other side of the room. But luckily I got it on the first try. So if you're wondering why I'm switching weapons so often, it's just so that I can avoid shooting arrows accidentally. Hey, I did that in one try. That's good. Probably because of editing. In fact, I'm confident it's because of editing. See, I died a few times beforehand, and I just so happened to make it in the first try this time around. So, hey, makes me look like I'm a great player. Okay, so once I get this key, that guy, the stone guy, will become alive. So, gotta get rid of him. or run away. And this will be the last room I'm going to do before ending the video. So the objective here is just to hit the bat. I assume over the center. I'm not 100% sure of that, but it seems to work all the time. Let me get some coins first. And that's it. So thank you very much for watching. This has been a Yesterday's Moose production, and I'll see you next time.